Well, this is going to be news to a lot of my friends. A lot of them aren't aware of this. So if they're watching my videos, then they will know. If they're not watching, well, they wouldn't know. But nevertheless, I thought about it hard and for a long time, and I've decided to become enhanced. I started just like anyone else, small, uncertain, but hungry. My name's Amin, and this is my journey to becoming the best version of myself. My goal is to compete in a bodybuilding competition at the highest level at some point. And I'm not talking about a regional show or anything like that. I'm talking about IFBB pro level competitions. And you probably know that it's impossible to win a show of that caliber naturally. Before I dive into the reasons why I decided to do this, I have to say one thing, and it's that I'm not encouraging anybody to do the same thing. I'm not encouraging you to become a bodybuilder or to hop on gear. I'm doing it because I absolutely love bodybuilding, and I feel like I'm in the right position to do that. I consider myself a very disciplined person. I'm not confused or distracted by anything. I don't do stupid shit. I don't go out and party and drink and smoke. I do none of that. All I've been doing for the past couple of months since I quit my job has been training, eating, sleeping, posting on social media, and sometimes playing video games. I've trained naturally for 7 years and I managed to achieve a pretty decent physique. I was always consistent with my training, especially my training and the dieting. I couldn't really follow a very strict bodybuilding diet year round because I had a full-time job, but I made sure that I'm taking enough protein. But when I was cutting, I was really consistent with the diet too. And if I were to give you one tip in this video, one quick tip to get wider, bigger shoulders, it would be hitting that subscribe button, and you will notice immediately that your shoulders will get wider and your arms will get bigger when you do front double biceps. All right, jokes aside. If you want to get bigger shoulders, bigger and wider shoulders, I recommend training them 3 times per week. You can do one exercise for your side delts and one exercise for your rear delts. That's it. You have to focus on the side delts and rear delts. And you can do that 3 times per week, or you can train your side delts on one day, and then the next day you train your rear delts, and then again side delts and rear delts. But that'll have you go to gym 6 times per week, and I know that's not something that everybody can do. So you can maybe train side delts 2 times and rear delts 3 times, or combine them together. And you can even train your shoulders on a leg day. It doesn't take away from anything. And give it 3 to 6 months and you'll notice that your shoulders are actually getting a lot bigger and wider. Back to the main topic for the video. I am not doing this alone. I'm actually working with a very experienced and knowledgeable coach whom I trust, who's going to help me navigate this uncharted territory. And I can tell you that this is a very, very costly process, and I mean both financially and in terms of your health, if you're not careful. So make sure that you're in the right position, that you can afford all the supplements and all the food that are necessary for your health. If you're 18 years old, forget about it. If you're under 25 years old, forget about it, because your brain hasn't finished developing yet. If you're broke, forget about it, because you will need a lot of supplements to support your health. You have to eat healthy. If you're training naturally, you can have all the cheat meals you want. It doesn't matter. But once you go enhanced, it is of paramount importance that you stick to a very, very healthy diet. Training and dieting naturally is completely different from training and dieting when you're enhanced. I'm doing it because I want to become a pro bodybuilder. So if you just want to get big, and if you're doing it because you want to attract women, I have to tell you that women don't care if you're shredded. That's not what they're looking for. As long as you're in good shape, that's pretty much it. You're better off focusing on your career, making money, and becoming a better person. If your goal is to be in shape and to be big, you can do that naturally. But if you want to compete in bodybuilding at pro level, then yes, you can think about it. So despite the fact that it is very costly, I'm working with a coach because I don't want to go down this path blindly. I want to make my health and my happiness a priority, and then comes bodybuilding. I definitely don't have the whatever it takes mentality when it comes to gear use. And I'm not talking about the training and the diet. Every time I go to gym, I go ham. I hold nothing back. I go all the way to the failure. I do post my workout videos on this channel, but I feel like I'm not training as hard when I'm filming myself. Just because I have to worry about so many other little things like the camera angle, the lighting, making sure nobody's in the frame, and all these little things will take away from your workouts. But when I'm in the gym alone, all on my own, and the gym's not crowded and I'm listening to my favorite music, and preferably I had a rest day the day before, I train very, very hard, and it's just impossible to do the same thing when I'm filming myself. And when it comes to the diet, I follow my diet no matter what. I don't cheat on my diet. I don't miss a meal. I eat the same things every day, day in, day out. And I don't mean it as a form of complaint. I actually take pleasure from this because to me, it's a form of discipline, and it makes dieting that much easier because then I don't have to think about different meals and macros and everything. I just follow the plan day in, day out for as long as possible until I feel exhausted, in which case I'll throw in a little cheat meal or a refeed day to help me reset and get back on track. So I do have the whatever it takes mentality when it comes to the diet and the training, but I don't want to jeopardize my health. Like I said, the top priorities for me are my health and happiness. And happiness to me is when I feel safe and secure and I'm able to do the things that I'm supposed to do, and I can afford the tools and the equipment and the stuff that I need to do the job. In my case, it's food, supplements, gym membership, public transport to get to the gym and back, clothing, being able to train hard every day and making progress. That's my definition of happiness. I make that the priority, and then the rest of the process will just fall through. I'm not willing to sacrifice my health and my precious life for a trophy. I don't want to kill myself to win a show. And that's something that you often hear in bodybuilding communities. Some people are willing to cut their lifespans by 10 or 20 years just to win Mr. Olympia or to get whatever it is that they're chasing. But I cannot do that because I cannot let down and disappoint my loved ones, my friends, my mom who did everything for me. I feel responsible because of that. And that responsibility doesn't allow me to be reckless or stupid or do it the greedy way. Instead, I want to take my time and monitor everything and see how my body reacts and make progress slowly. I am 31 years old, and some people might think that it's a little too late for me to start my bodybuilding journey. After all, Sebum started when he was 18 years old and he retired when he was 31, and he won Classic Physique Mr. Olympia 6 times. But I don't think I'm late to the party. I trained naturally throughout my 20s. I don't see any signs of my strength going down or the speed at which I'm building muscle slowing down. I was able to make an impressive transformation in 7 years naturally, and that's proof to me. That gives me all the confidence in the world that I can do it because I know how to train. I've been dieting. I know it is difficult and it is very hard to get shredded. I've experienced that naturally, and I like it. I love bodybuilding and I want to do that. And because of that, I think my physique is going to blow up. I'm going to get a lot bigger, and I'll be able to build an aesthetically pleasing physique. So if you're interested in seeing where this bodybuilding journey will take me, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'll make sure to keep you updated on how my body changes, how the weight changes, how I'm feeling, how I'm changing my diet and training, because training and dieting naturally is completely different than training and dieting when you're in gear. So I'll make sure to keep you updated on the protocols that I'm following for training and the dieting and the supplements to make sure that I stay on top of my health. And if you watched until the end of the video, I really want to say thank you so much. I am so grateful and it means so much to me. That's it for this video. That's the announcement that I wanted to make. And I'm ready to go to the gym and hit chest. I hope you all will have a nice day and see you in the next video.